Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, mini motorways. Let's go to Manila for today's daily challenge, where we will have bridges that do not require road tiles. And we start with one motorway, and that's all we get. Well, that could be unfortunate. Motorways, of course, are very, very helpful and useful and generally good. But in general, we do find that when the game takes away an option, it doesn't even really matter what option it is, but when one of the choices is removed at the end of the week, we do tend to get things that we need more often. Like, obviously with a motorway, there are very few times where you couldn't use a motorway, but, you know, it's still fine-ish, maybe, hopefully. We'll see. Look, we're all about optimism here on the channel. If there's one thing you know about me from years of watching twitch.tv/the_Goog, it's that I am a relentless optimist, always looking for the bright side of things. The glass is half full. The world is not doomed. I haven't been replaced by a pod person. Why would you say such a thing? Anyway. It is Wednesday, my dudes. We shall take us a pair of traffic lights. They might be the only traffic lights we take for the entire run, but we'll have them now. These blues over here will service this blue business. If anyone wants to cross over from the south to the north, they're going to have a bit of a problem because of this ginormous blue road. But again, positives. It'll be fine. Things will spawn on the proper side of the river. We won't have a purple house spawn over here and a purple business spawn down here. Why would a video game do that? Why would things be made difficult for the player? Things should be smooth and easy and joyous, always. The player should be treated by a video game developer like a healthcare executive is treated by the American justice system. Anyway, let us swiftly move on. We'll take these two reds over here. We're just going to make a lovely little bridge, cross over that away. These two will swing over thusly and take care of that business. It'll be totally fine. Could have used our one and exactly one motorway, but, well, we get exactly one of those, so probably don't want to. Had a really good time last night, as always. Give me 30 road tiles here. We'll just make sure that we are in good stripe, stock, position. We want to make sure that we're in good position regarding road tiles for the rest of the run. So, damn it, now I have to sneeze. I sneezed. Very important update. Now then, these yellows here are going to swing down like so, actually, which means we'll reposition these two reds to take care of that. This yellow, then, will use our other remaining bridge to service this business. And hopefully we get another yellow house, like here, and take another yellow house right here. That would be nice. Okay. So, had a good time last night, as pretty much is always the case, playing Baldur's Gate 3, which remains a wonderful video game. We fought and killed a zombie dragon. So, if you haven't been watching BG3, but you know where in Baldur's Gate 3 the player has the opportunity to fight and kill a zombie dragon, yeah, we did that. It was fun and scary. It was a zombie lightning dragon, which are, like, two of the best words you can put in front of the word dragon. The word dragon is impressive enough, but if you can make it a zombie lightning dragon, oh, you're gonna have a good time. And we did, in fact, have a good time. These dark blues will come over this way, like so. I tried so very hard to preserve this tree, and yet it was not to be. Rest in peace, tree. You are now dead. These three blues swing down here, hook around the corner of the yellow business, go up that way. Not a big deal. Should be fine. And hey, bridges don't cost road tiles, so I can just... Oh, I didn't realize that the eastern border of the map was right here. That could be a bit annoying, actually. Hopefully we still have some out-zooming to do. It looks like we still have some out-zooming to do. You know, if you watch the corner of the arrow there, you can actually see the little graph paper graph paper background. There you go. Kind of zoom out a little bit. Okay. So we get another yellow here to support this business. These yellows are spawning in reaction to this business going circular, which is not the end of the world, I guess. It's certainly not great. Like, I don't love it, but it's kind of okay. Give unto me a roundabout. Good morning, good afternoon, rather, to Sunflare Space. Sunflare Space was here first. Always lovely to see Sunny here. These two reds will swing in here, service this newly minted circle. This yellow circle will probably eventually run into problems, even though it has, it only has 2 houses. So the fact that those 2 houses are combined 1 tile away from its doorstep is kind of a problem. But, it'll be fine. It'll be completely until it might not be fine. Who's to say? Who is to say? I have terribly sad news for everyone who was pinning their hopes for the _Goog's financial future on the Mega Millions drawing, like me. Nobody won. Which means we get to set $4 more on fire before Friday's drawing, which is always great. You come over here. The 3 of you go up that away, like so. Sunny has a lap cat who is being a perfect orb. Aww, that's adorable. I have a hassock cat, a footrest cat, a cat who is curled up on the footrest and is sort of kind of allowing her head to rest atop my foot. It is the closest Nora gets to being a lap cat, and it is very cute. Oh, God. All right, we got this red business up here now. That's not great. I don't love that, honestly. But do we have a choice? Not really. I mean, sort of. Here's the situation. We can take these reds like so, and we can point at least 1 more of these reds off this way, right? And that means that we go off here like a yonder. What we can actually do even is voop and voop. If we do that and then that, this is a PCTL. This right here is actually a perfectly cromulent traffic light for these 4 houses to support these 2 businesses. I don't know if I love the idea of 4 houses supporting 2 businesses, but I mean, the alternative is another stupid road and another bridge, and we only have the 1 bridge. I could do like a weird roundabout here, but that would have the same problems, so it's a whole thing. It'll be fine. Everything's gonna be A-okay, except for the parts that aren't, about which we can do precisely nothing. So let's not worry about them. Instead, you come over here, swing in that way. Everything will be A-okay, except for the parts about which we can do precisely nothing. So let's not worry about them is, in fact, just the serenity prayer. This is what happens when you grow up going to AA meetings with your drunkard parents. They were reformed drunkards by the time I existed, but, that wasn't a guarantee. That's why AA exists. That and spewing Christian propaganda, but I digress. We've got this thing over here, which is bad. Well, I mean, we do have a bridge, and bridges do cost 0 road tiles, and we do have traffic lights. So let's do this somewhat ridiculous-looking thing. If we do this somewhat ridiculous-looking thing, we can put a PCTL right here, and then these 6 blue houses can support these 2 blue businesses. This should be fine. Should work, hopefully, maybe. We've got 5 red houses supporting this red circle, which is basically okay. This little 4 red house situation appears to be working out fairly decently for the moment right here. This traffic light is doing what you want traffic lights to do. This is why we have traffic lights exactly where they are. Give me another bridge, thank you. This right here is a similar principle. The thing with traffic lights, and this is for folks who are just, watching for the first time, I don't know. There's like dozens of people, scores of folks. Maybe someone's watching for the very first time. Let's see. So what you want with a traffic light. Your brother proposed to his girlfriend. Hooray! Hooray, sisters-in-law. That's excellent. Congratulations. Congratulations to Sunflare Space's brother and also brandy new sister-in-law. Tremendous. Now then, what are we doing here? Well, alright, you're a light blue. There's not really... I guess if you get a couple more friends, we can reclaim this bridge, which would be nice. As for everything else, kind of think the plan is to draw a mildly ridiculous bridge. If we draw a mildly ridiculous bridge up here, then these 3 dark blue houses can support this dark blue business without having to do, like, multiple branchings or nothing. There was a universe wherein we had to do multiple branchings or something, and it would have been bad. Would not have been great. Let's see here. Oh, this part here might not be great. This business? I don't love this business of it all. That's not great. Okay. I've already got a roundabout. Give me 2 more traffic lights. I kind of think we might need them, actually. Alright. This red house is going to join over here and help support these 2 red businesses. That's a good thing. We've still got cars and driveways for this circle, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, now, you. You exist. And nobody voted for that. I don't know why you thought it was a good idea. But you did. And we're here now, so let's just deal with it. What are we going to do? Here's what I could do. We murder this traffic light. We take back this bridge. And we draw. This involves destroying a perfectly fine tree, which is unfortunate. Now, wait a second. If I murder this bridge and I draw a bridge over here, that means I don't have a bridge to get these to get these yellows over to here. Which means, and this is the most temporary thing we're ever gonna do. This is not a permanent solution. We're gonna draw tiny little dinky motorway number 1, just until we get another bridge. Because the plan, obviously, is that this is a bridge. We just have a bridge go down here and connect ya to ya in such a manner. This blue will come over here, we'll erase this bridge, it'll be fine. You will go off like so. Everything we shall insist on being hunky and dory. Now, more issue problems. Okay. So we have another red house over here, which is not what you want. But it does mean, well, our solution for that is going to be a roundabout. We're just going to do this. We put a roundabout right here. Southwest spur goes there. Northern spur goes here. Northeastern spur doubles back and goes over here. And now we have 5 red houses supporting 3 red businesses. That, as we say in the old country, fucking sucks. But it's what we've got for now. It'll be extant. It's about as much enthusiasm as I'm capable of mustering for it, actually. It'll be extant for a while. Now, you have turned into a light blue business, which is exactly what I wanted. I do have a spare red house right here. I also... a great many things have happened. Okay, let's solve the easy problem first. This light blue business can be supported by these 2 light blue houses. Now, Sunny was pointing out that I have this house. I was thinking about redrawing this road to situate over there. That is a thing that's going to happen, actually. Yeah, so here's what we'll do. You and you and you will grab that like so. And now there are 4 red houses coming up over here serving as primary support for this red circle. Did I say primary support? I think I meant only support, actually. I think that's what we have to do next. Because, like, this situation is rapidly decelerating. It is not headed in a good direction. It is going south, actually. So, let's loop and hook all of these red businesses together. All of these red businesses, having been sufficiently hook looped, can now... Hold on. We can make this a little bit less ridiculous. Maybe. By doing that and that and that. Okay. So now we pull all of these red houses together, and we have 7 red houses coming in here into this roundabout to support 3 businesses. 7 houses supporting 3 businesses at this stage of the run is not the best thing in the world. The fact that one of those businesses is a circle really adds to the confuculation of the whole thing. But I don't actually have a but, is the thing. I don't have a but. We don't have a remedy. We don't have a solution. We don't have anything even approaching an answer for this green nonsense down here. This green nonsense down here has just become the leading contender for the actual usage of a motorway. You remember how we were goofing around with not using motorways? Well, we might actually need to use a motorway for these folks down here. We might be in real trouble. Until then, we've got this going on up here. This going on up here is basically fine. We can just do that and then PCTL right here. And we've got 7 houses supporting 3 businesses. Again, how did I manage to do the same stupid thing twice? I managed to do the same stupid thing twice. Good job, Goog. Okay, you go off that away. These 2 greenhouses will support this green business. Motorway number 1, we're stealing you. If I don't get a bridge, I don't have a plan. But we're going to assume that we're getting a bridge. That's just, we're assuming that we're getting a bridge. You go into the southern spur there. Please and thank you. Please. Houses. Be drawn better. No. Point that way. Okay. You're a circle now, which is bad. Want to clarify that. Didn't approve that. Don't support it. Think it's a negative implication. However, not much I can do about it. One thing I can do is staple these 2 red houses to this red business. Thank fuck we got a bridge. This yellow business right here will immediately take up that bridge. Thank fuck we got it. Okay. You there, light blue guy, can be incorporated into this, like so. We didn't want this to touch the eastern edge here, just in case this turns into anything, really. We're not necessarily fans of anything being there at this point, but, you know. All right, with this many light blues, you can be a light blue. I would like it if you were also a light blue. If we just double up on our double blue plazas, that would be fine. I would be okay with that. What I am not okay with is, shockingly, these red houses. You remember the whole, 7 red houses, 3 red businesses, one of them is a circle thing? You remember how that was completely doomed and fucked from the moment we conceived of the idea? Yeah, it's completely doomed and fucked, actually. So, bad, basically. Bad situation for all concerned. Don't know what we're gonna do about it. Haven't the foggiest. I will take a roundabout, though. Okay, so it's time to actually solve that problem, somehow. How? Don't know. Working on it. Okay, let's see here. So, let's do this. We're going to kill this big long bridge and this enormous road. This big long bridge and enormous road are going to be replaced by motorway number 1. Motorway number 1 is going to ferry these 3 dark blues all the way up over here into this dark blue business. Going to be fine. Next, we have another problem. And that other problem is this dark blue circle right here. That dark blue circle right there will be somewhat mollified by the addition of 3 more dark blue houses. What we're going to do is we're going to ferry all of these up here in that away. You go into the roundabout, okay? You go up into the roundabout. That means the 3 of you join the 7 of you, and now we have 10 dark blue houses supporting 1, 2, 3 businesses, one of which is a circle. Is that perfect? Fuck no. Is it gonna have to be good? Yup. Next, this spur of this roundabout is getting murdered. It has outlived its usefulness. We are going back to the original design of this road right here. This road here is getting a PCTL. We're going to have a PCTL right there. That's going to work out just fine. You're going to hook up this away. This business is being isolated and replaced. More specifically, we're chopping... we're chopping these right here to free up an eastern corridor. Our eastern corridor will come up like so, and over, and down, and in. And now these 1, 2, 3 red houses will support this red business. These 7 red houses are now only, air quotes only, tasked with supporting 2 businesses, which, to be clear, is still 1 business too many. 7 houses for 2 businesses, one of which is a circle, is still 1 business too many. But at least now there's a little bit more. Oh, you're just dead. Oh, you just died, actually. So, well, 1156 sure is a score. It's not a good one. We'll drop those samurai slams in the chat and swiftly move on with our lives. It was not a good score, but it sure was a score. Let us bring in our greatest known accompaniment. It's the Wordle. Curses. Foiled again. Would have gotten away with it, weren't for those meddling kids in there being better at mini motorways than I am. And their dog. Alright. It could be often. It could absolutely be often. It's not, but in the moment it could have been. And we've actually learned a good many things here. Neat. It could be... I don't know. It could be Tiffy. Now, granted, that's not a word, but it looks funny. No? Okay. It can't be faded or anything like that, because the T isn't the 3rd letter. But, okay. F could be... no, it can't be faint, because there's no N. It's a shame. It could be... feast? No, it can't be feast, because there's no S. Curses. It could be fate. Now, that's not how you spell that, but, you know. It could be fraught, except that's a 7-letter word, which means it's definitely not fraught. And there's no R or O or U. So, you know, terrible guess, really. Okay. What do we have here? It could be a great many things. Let's think of something that it actually is. Such as piano. It's definitely not that, but it's also a bad guess of 5 letters we haven't used because, well, we've used 2 of those letters. So, you know, minimal bang for buck. We need more Buckbang. No? Alright, fine. Well, never mind. Oh, boy. Man, anytime I'm stumped on a puzzle like this, I feel dumb. Whether it's the Wordle or connections or not seeing how to solve a puzzle in a Vigigam. I just feel dumb. What about plaid? Plaid is a 5-letter word we haven't used that consists entirely of 5 letters we haven't used. It's not a helpful one. That was not helpful. We eliminated 5 letters. It can't be fetal. It cannot be fleet. We just eliminated an A and an L. It can't be fetal, it can't be feet, it can't be fecal. There's no C and no L, and that contains no T. It can't be fated, because there's no D, and also the letter placement's bad. It can't be bofa, that's a 4-letter word. Well. Heighten Furf. It can't be like feist or foist. It can't be thief because there's no. Could be theft. Could it be theft? It could absolutely be theft, except it's not. I felt really smart when I thought of theft. I felt so goddamn smart when I thought of theft. And then... Okay. It has to end... It doesn't actually have to end TH. If... It's not... That's not a word. And it's not fifth or fourth. It's not depth, because that... It's gotta be... Is there anything... It's not fence. It's not, Sylvester the cat trying to build an enclosure around his front yard. It's not fence. I feel so dumb. What the fuck is this word? Hefty? It could be hefty. Is there any reason it can't be hefty? It could absolutely be hefty. We got there. Oh my God. Thank you, Sonny. Oh, we got there. For today's game of connections, let us do this. All right. Teapot and Capital, these are both things related to dome, kind of. Because the Capitol has a dome and Teapot there was a Teapot dome scandal. I remember that. I was thinking about the Teapot dome scandal in relation to other scandals because there's a trending thing on Bluesky that's like, hey, what's the first major news event you remember? And I was gonna say the O.J. Simpson trial because that's the first super big thing, but I was thinking about it and I have the vaguest memories of seeing news reports about Whitewater. And until I looked at it on Wikipedia this morning, I could not tell you a single goddamn thing about the Whitewater scandal other than it was involving Bill Clinton and it was called Whitewater. I looked at it on Wikipedia and it looks like there was a potentially shady construction deal that the Clintons invested in a development that went south and may or may not have cheated on their taxes about it. It looked like a nothing burger or just generic rich person graft, which, I mean, okay. Bitter, stout, and Bock. Bock is a beer, okay. All right, fine. Bitter, sour, stout, and Bock. Those are beers. The fuck is a Bock? Okay. I don't want... Listen, bitter and sour are good words to describe beer because they mean things that taste bad. You want another word for a thing that tastes bad? Beer. Anyway. A hedge is like a grass formation. It's true. A field is another thing you can do with grass. Maybe. I don't know. You know what it could have been? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my... No? Okay, fine. They don't have spout. It's not actually that. That may have been a red herring. The capital and the teapot and chrome. And there's one more thing before dome, actually. Hold dome, handle dome, short dome, field dome, tackle dome, hedge dome, trade dome, manage dome, onion dome. Onion dome? I don't love any of these, but I feel as though these three are together and they're related to dome. I don't see Doug Dimma here on Connections, which is a shame. He's the owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, you know. Okay. Let's see here. Fielding and tackling are both things you do in sports. Holding is a thing you do in sport. Actually, wait, hold on. You could short and hedge. These are like investment terms, right? And you can trade and manage. These are things you do with your investment portfolio? Yeah? Yeah? No. Wait, instead of manage, hold. These are things you do with a stock. Yeah? Ha ha! I was right. They're investment verbs. Sure. You can handle, tackle, field, or manage. This is all just, this is all just covering something. Handle, tackle, hold, and manage. Field and manage. Deal with. Sunny was on the right track. And then teapot, chrome, capital, and onion. These are domes. These are domes. Okay, sure. That makes sense. Let us strand. Today's theme is Beatles songs, I'm guessing, because you say you want a revolution. Well, you know. Let's see. Here's a B. Can I make Beatles? No? Really? We can't make the Beatles? Curses. Foiled again. Would have gotten away with it too, weren't for those meddling kids. And their Liverpudlians, I guess. We'll take a pass at it. Or maybe use our bass. Or find a nice Scottish lass. Okay, now then. We need ow. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. And again I say ow. I thought I saw Pilsner over here, but no, I think I still have beer on the brain, which is a horrible way to live, honestly. Can be tire. Sunny sees threat, which is around here somewhere. THR. Nope. I think maybe you were looking at conflating this A and this. Yep, you saw threat. Threat is not a word. A threat is when someone from down south says, y'all better get out of here if you know what's good for you. How many people can I offend on one episode of Gimmim? The world may never know. We see final. That's true. That's right down here. We can have a countdown to that. Glorious. We can have a cartoon. Well. Damn it, man. So you say you want to... Are we looking for, like, spin? Are we looking for words that mean revolution? Are we trying to get spinny? Do we have to have a spinny thing in it? No? Okay. Sunny sees thrall, which, would have been a good knock out the corner, but no. It's not enthrall or anything like that. We can have a ball. That's nice. We can be the salt of the earth. It's a thing you can do. You can pile on or make multiples of that. Well, shit, son. We can braise. That's a cooking style, but it cuts off that P, so that was never going to be a blue word. What are we doing here? Why is it that, lately I'm always totally, completely stumped on strands? Did I get bad at Strands? Did Strands turn into a bad game? I probably just got bad at Strands. It's beta. Huh. Did we already get rate? We did not already get rate. Did we already get late? Did we get later? Do we have enough that I can just mash the hint button 7 times? Probably. Okay. So... this dryer. Okay. So are these things with spin cycles? It's not like spin to win or anything. Okay. Well, we have dryer. Can we get washer? No. Okay. And you're the earth. I mean, the earth spins. That's true. As a factual statement. The earth does be spinning. Not like a fishing reel or anything. You can peel something. That's true. It's a factual statement that you can peel a thing. Your tires do. Okay. So this. Oh, there's also a spin here. Hold on. SPIN. And spinners? Is that our freaking... Is this our freaking span... It's a pinwheel. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, you can spin a football. That's a thing you can do. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And a ballerina. Yep. Those spin. They absolutely spin. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Atlantans and Mariners and Blue Jays and Pirates and Dudes What Caught and Dudes What Struck Out 200 dudes in a season. Yay. A Mariner who caught is Dan Wilson. Man, a lot of fucking people went to Dan Wilson. Somewhat obscure Seattle Mariners catcher of the 1990s and early 2000s. A lot of people went to that for, the early Immaculate Grid. I guess, again, we're doing this at 7:38 Eastern. People who do the Immaculate Grid at 7:38 Eastern can broadly be classified as baseball sickos. And yes, the Immaculate Grid is a game for baseball sickos, but... I feel like even among players of the Immaculate Grid, if you come back to this later today, Dan Wilson's going to be a deeper cut than 22 goddamn %. But, maybe I'm just wrong about stuff. All right, Eddie Perez. He was, Eddie Perez. He was Greg Maddox's personal catcher for a while there in Atlanta. Greg Maddux is probably an Atlantan who had 200 strikeouts in a season just because he threw a whole bunch of innings, but we're going to play it a little safer than that and go with Sanj Moltz. Sanj Moltz. Ooh, Sonny put a cat photo in the Discord. Sonny put a kitty cat photo in the Discord server. Oh, if you want to see Sunflower Space's kitty cat photo, go to the Discord server. It's a cheap plug. Hooray, cheap plugs. All right. Seattle Mariner who struck out 200 dudes in a season is Randall Quinn Johnson. And Toronto Blue Jay who struck out 200 dudes in a season is R.A. Dickey? The thing is, R.A. Dickey was only good and on the Blue Jays for 1 or 2 seasons, and 200 strikeouts is a lot of strikeouts. We should take the layup there. We're just going to take the layup in this 200 strikeouts column. Roy Halladay had 200 strikeouts in a season. That's a thing that happened. Toronto Blue Jay, who played catcher, is Russell Martin, who we're actually going to use for the top left corner. Actually, no, we're going to use Francisco Liriano for the top left corner, because he is a Blue Jay who was also a Pirate. A Blue Jay who caught then is, in fact, Russell Martin. We'll take that right there. Thank you very much. And now we must name 2 more dudes. Sonny is a fan of all the Atlantans wearing the proper hat. Let's see if we can continue that for an Atlantan who was also a Pirate. Can we think of an Atlantan who played for the Pirates but was more famous? Was Fred McGriff a Pirate? No, he was a Cub before he was famously an Atlantan, so he would not fit the square. That's a shame. God, we have to... Was Danny Darwin an Atlantan? I feel like Danny Darwin, or maybe Frank Viola. Was Steve Avery a Pirate? The more I think about it, the more I think that Steve Avery was a Pirate. That feels right. That feels like a thing that's true about the universe. Is that in fact a thing that's true about the universe? It is not a thing that is true about the universe. Steve Avery never played for the Pirates. Sad. Curses. Failure. Would have... Fuck. Dang it. Well, now we're just going to wonder about Danny Darwin. I don't think this is correct. I think it's incorrect. It is, in fact, wrong. The more famous is Sid Bream. Oh, yeah, everybody has Sid Bream at their fucking fingertips. God. All right, fine. We did bad and failed. But it means we shall have another opportunity to do it tomorrow when we return for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Folks, I hope you have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, a goodbye. Yeah, he's basically, he's got the beating heart.